Yeah, let's do it.
All right, cool.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Let's just do it. We'll
You
do
wanna
it
clap?
quick. Yeah, ready?
So does that help with actual?
It does actually
Okay.
help, yeah.
Ready?
And it's becoming a catch thing. I feel like I like it, seeing it at the beginning of the episode. Okay.
Ready? Welcome back to Stay on Target.
Yes, it's a show about all things, but mostly Star Wars things. Star Wars is one of our favorite things. We are actually brothers. We started doing Star Wars stuff a couple of years ago, which led to us sitting down and talking about it on camera here. We've done 2 episodes now reviewing The Mandalorian, and I think it's been a lot of fun so far.
Oh yeah, it's been a blast. We could talk about Star Wars for days.
Yes, days.
Obviously, even our second episode got longer than the first one.
Like twice as long.
Twice as
It was 30
long.
minutes. The second one was an hour.
Yeah.
So the next one should be an hour and a half.
So if you watched it all the way through, then you basically watched 2 episodes of the second chapter.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the second chapter was only 32 minutes.
32 minutes, yeah. And obviously, as you guys can see, Nick isn't here tonight. He's off collecting a bounty.
Yes. So we're hoping to, after watching the 3rd chapter of Mandalorian, we'll film a reaction and thoughts on that one. So we just wanted to update you guys with a little midweek update on where we're at and excited for the show. So, but first we wanted to recap. We started doing Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, the reason we got into this.
Yeah. The
Really?
reason we got into doing this is for some lightsaber choreography competition.
Yeah, I was obsessed with the lightsaber choreography competition. It's a competition they have online every year. It was just had some really cool fan films that I really liked, and Dan and I ended up talking about it. I showed him some of the stuff, and we'd also joke about like doing funny Star Wars clips because we always loved Star Wars growing up, and we like funny things as well. So we decided one year we were just like, well, let's just do it. Let's try it. Let's try to make a fan film. So our first one was
Corruption. We shot that in 2015, and it was a whirlwind. We didn't know what we were doing. We just made it up as we went along. We didn't even know if we could rotoscope the lightsabers.
Yeah.
There was a deadline, and we gave ourselves the least amount of time possible to get it done before the deadline.
Oh my goodness, we definitely underestimated a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
It was crazy. We had no idea. It was all self-taught. All of it was self-taught. We have no background in any of this.
No.
We just taught ourselves. A lot of YouTube videos, a lot of tutorials online, a lot of research. No budget
Yeah, right. Exactly.
or experience. We just went for it. I think it turned out pretty good
Yeah,
for
it
what
turned
it
out.
is.
We got a lot of people that said that they really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
We uploaded it as our first video to the Hawkstudio YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah, first one.
A couple thousand views later, got us all excited. So we went out that next summer and actually filmed the 3rd Star Wars one that we released.
Yeah.
But before that, we joined the next year's competition and we filmed Elimination. Which, in our opinion, is, I don't know, one of the best. It's the 3rd one that we filmed.
Yeah, and I think because it's the 3rd one we filmed, I felt like we just got a bit tighter on, especially for me, because I like a lot of the choreography side of things. So I like that we got our choreography a little bit tighter than previous ones. Not necessarily to preservation, but since it was shorter, a little bit more compact, and just lightsaber versus lightsaber, I think we were able to work out a few things in a small space, but it worked well, and it's one of my favorites actually for fights.
Yeah, I agree.
For the choreography and the fighting, I think it's probably one of our best, and it's because it's the 3rd one. We kept learning so much with each one that we filmed. We just learned so much, so I think that it really shows in this one.
Yeah, and we shot this one about a year after Corruption. We shot the 3rd one that we'll show a picture of here in a minute, about 7 months after the first one, after Corruption. And so all within a year, we shot 3 of these and learned a ton and got some equipment and figured out even the rotoscoping got a lot easier.
We barely made that in too.
But again, the first year, we squeaked in the first year Corruption like at midnight. It was due midnight on whatever day it was.
Yeah.
We put it in like 11:59 and they let it go.
Yeah.
And we made the top 10 that year. It was really encouraging.
That was awesome.
So Elimination, we got a lot of good feedback on that.
Great feedback.
This is the most viewed video on our channel still. And so people love it. big shout out to Tom right there.
Oh yeah, buddy Tom.
Pretty cool shot right there. So that led us to do the third one we did, which we filmed second, but ended up being our longest of them all. We really thought through more of a story. Tried to.
Yeah.
We got more people than just you and I and Tom. We got your wife Taylor, and we got veteran actor in Tim. Yeah. And was that it? Just the five of us?
Just the five of us. Well, I guess if you include my daughter.
Yeah, and the baby.
Technically.
Exactly.
But
so that one took us, we spent several days over the span of a few weeks.
Yeah.
Filming that several weekends after work at night.
Oh, man.
Any day, any chance we got. And it took us a long time to edit that one. If you've watched Preservation, there's a lot more going on.
There's a lot.
A lot of special effects. We did explosions. We did spaceships flying through the air. We did all kinds of crazy stuff that we had, again, probably no idea how hard that would be to finish.
We bit off a little bit more than we could chew in some aspects, but we made it work. But that's what you got to do sometimes. You know what? You don't know you can do everything. Well, you just put your best foot forward and you just try. And I think we succeeded on most things. I mean, it's not a film with $5 billion budget.
Right, yeah.
But for a no budget film,
exactly.
I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, and our family was the crew. They helped us haul stuff.
Yeah.
They helped us film the camera. Angelique was holding the camera. Ariane would hold the camera.
Yeah, our two sisters.
Yeah, everybody was helping. Food.
Yeah, my wife,
keeping us
your
cool.
wife.
Yeah, my wife. Our little kids were all there. Your daughter was almost there.
Technically, I did. But
she's in there. So anyway, that was exciting.
Parents helped. Yeah. Everybody was helping.
A group effort, seriously.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of fun with that. And
if you'd like to see more fan films too, let us know. Put them in the comments if you got any ideas. Tell us what you think about the ones that we have done. Put in comments there. We'd love to hear everybody's feedback. It's fun either way to hear about you guys, what you guys like, what you don't like.
Exactly. Yeah. And maybe we'll consider doing episode 4. I guess we've got 3 now.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll think about an episode 4 down the road.
We got some other ideas.
Yeah, definitely got some other ideas. So that takes us to where we're at today. And of course, a week ago today, Mandalorian, today's Wednesday, so yesterday, the Mandalorian show came out. We, of course, instantly were like, we have to sit down and talk about this. This is the craziest thing we've seen in Star Wars. And we were so pumped for it. And we finally said, we'll just sit down, record it. We don't know if we'll even release it. We did. And you guys have given us great feedback and a lot of encouragement. And we had a lot of fun recording it and editing it. The first and second episodes of Stay on Target, we're calling it. And
Yeah, we've been talking about doing a podcast for a while, but various things have made it challenging to do it. But that's life.
Yeah, you've had 2 kids since Preservation.
Yeah. So this is crazy. And but again, we're putting our best foot forward, and we're just trying it, seeing if you guys like it. And
no fear.
No fear. You just do it.
You just do it. Just
that's half the battle. Just doing it.
Yeah. Just try it. Just do it. See what happens.
And we were also, because we talk about Star Wars all the time, we were like, let's just record it and see if other people feel the same way that we do about Star Wars. And we can learn from everybody else about Star Wars and get a collective feeling on how everybody feels, what we like, what we don't like. It's just fun to talk about Star Wars. That's the nice thing about Star Wars. There's so much that you can talk about. And I mean, we're going to talk about other things too, other than Star Wars. Obviously, it's all things.
All things, but mostly Star Wars things.
Mostly Star Wars things, because that's what we talk about probably the most.
Exactly. Yeah, it's true. Anytime we're together, that's what got us excited to figure out how to make a lightsaber on a camera. Just all that excitement, all having to do with Star Wars and our experiences as a kid growing up with it and the new films. And so, of course, this new show, we've just been like, oh my goodness, blown away.
It's awesome. Yeah.
So crazy, so good.
Yeah. Yeah. So what are your expectations for the third one?
Yeah. So chapter 3, I think, drops on Friday. We're filming this on Wednesday. I've had time to watch episode 1 and 2 a couple more times and really digest them. Yeah, episode 3, I mean, I'm expecting a ton from this. I mean, they don't have to go far. They don't have to introduce a lot of new things. If they just stay with the Mandalorian. And now, of course, spoilers, there's that other little baby in the picture now.
Yeah.
And if they want to go with just the 2 of them on their spaceship now to whatever planet and just hang out.
The Adventures of the Mandalorian and Baby Yoda.
Exactly.
That would be awesome. I'd love that. I'm loving it so far.
It's a sidekick buddy cop film now where they're just going around and experiencing some crazy things. I expect to see the female character in this one, the new female character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think by the 3rd episode, they're going to introduce her. I don't know that for sure, but I expect to see her and see how she plays into this. Cara Dune is her name.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that I'm expecting to see. I thought she would show up in the 2nd episode, but we'll see.
Yeah. I agree. I was thinking the same thing. I'm kind of hoping she shows up. I mean, just for how much they've advertised, because I'm interested to see how she's going to play into this. She's not a super veteran actor, so I'm kind of curious to see how she fits with this, which I think she's going to do a good job.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think they might play her a little bit more like Dave Bautista when he came into
Guardians of the
Galaxy. They gave him, which worked, I think, perfectly because he wasn't super veteran actor then, so they gave him a little bit more of the straight role, but added comedy to it the way that they played it, which was genius.
Yeah, it was.
But I think they're probably going to do something like that because obviously she's very tough. I mean, she's fought in UFC, I believe.
Yeah, I think so. Physically a tough on-screen presence.
And I believe she's supposed to be... She was a rebellion trooper, but a very tough rebellion trooper. I forget the name. I should have.
Okay.
I'll have to fact check that one.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Oh, yeah, and I just remembered her name's Cara Dune.
Okay.
Our names in our fan films were your name was Kaizan Rune.
That's right.
My name was Jorkan Rune. Very close to Dune. Just saying.
That's true.
Our fan film came out a while ago. Maybe it was another inspiration for the show.
Mando helmet. We had a Mandalorian in our fan film.
Of course. I'm just kidding.
They got the idea from us.
No, but we nailed the names pretty good.
Yeah, we were right there. It just proves you're so on the pulse of Star Wars, Dustin, because you did all the names. He thought of the stories. So we have the Mando helmet.
We collaborated on a lot. I had the ideas, and then we worked together. And a lot of us worked on those films. It was not, just one person.
Yeah, but I think when you live, eat, and breathe Star Wars,
I do kind of.
You're just in that world, so it's easy to come up with names and characters and storylines. The Mandalorian being in there, the weaponry,
I love Mandalorian,
the knife. He was using the knife. Taylor had a knife. It was a vibroblade, but it was a knife basically.
Yeah.
So all kinds of crazy stuff. Although we got to find a way to incorporate the what do they call it?
Oh, the disintegrations.
Yeah, the disintegrations with the bullets
is so
there.
awesome.
That was,
oh my goodness.
Every time I watched it, I was like, wow, that's so neat.
Yeah, and I was going to say something else. There's been so many theories. Okay. Have you seen any of the theories rolling around?
I haven't seen a lot of them, no.
Oh my goodness. There's theories to Baby Yoda is a clone of Yoda.
Oh, wow.
Tying it together with that Dr. Pershing guy. So I'm wondering if they're going to go that route. How does this Baby Yoda? I want to know more about the Baby Yoda.
Yeah,
I want to know more about the Mandalorians, what's happened to them.
Yeah,
and the culture behind them. And I hope that I hope they start to dive deep. I don't know if they're going to do it in the first season.
Okay,
but I feel like this show is going to go more into Mandalorian culture.
Mm-hmm.
Potentially, it could focus more on the lone gunman, but for the fact that in the first episode they showed like basically a clan of Mandalorians already.
Yeah.
I'm hoping and thinking that means they're going to go a little
Quill mentions the history. He's like, you're a Mandalorian. Your people rode the mythosaur.
Yeah.
Come on.
Because
they mentioned that lore.
Because the only other show that's really gone into Mandalorian culture is
Clone Wars.
Yeah. I mean, Rebels did, I guess. Rebels did too.
Yeah, that's true.
But it was, again, during the time of the Empire and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. What happened after that? And how are they surviving in this
It's funny because Dave Filoni did Clone Wars.
Yeah.
He did Rebels.
Yeah.
His first to second. This is like his third TV show. Now it just turned into live action. And all through that, there was Mandalorian and Mandalorian culture. Yeah. Favreau was, of course, involved.
Yeah. I think he just loves the Mandalorian culture.
He was the voice of Vizsla.
Favreau was pre-Vizsla. Yeah, he was the voice pre-Vizsla, which... It all ties together. That's how they already know how to work well with each other.
Yeah.
And they're more about the mythology of Star Wars, which I think really shows in this show already because they're giving you so many little things. And because it's not a kid's show necessarily like Rebels and Clone Wars,
I
think it's kind of helping in a lot of ways to make it feel even more Star Wars. You don't really, I mean, you get humor, but it's not really like bumbling sometimes. Not like the bumbling humor in the other ones. And I'm not putting down those other shows because I love the Clone Wars and I love Rebels.
Yeah, they were just
I just like the different feel of this one. This one, again, because I think it's about a PG-13 rating.
Yeah.
That feels like Star Wars because Star Wars always been PG-13.
And it looks like a cinematically made. It looks like a film.
Yeah.
Film quality.
Yeah. So
you could you could watch it on the big screen and be like, wow.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a movie, but you're seeing
really
it on
is.
TV. Everything. The score to the visual effects to the acting to the cinematography. Really, really happy with it. Really excited for it. I hope one more thing. I hope they show Herzog's character again.
Me too.
I just want to see him just talk about something.
It doesn't matter what.
Yeah.
You can talk about the weather.
The client.
Yeah.
We never said that, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that his name was just
they haven't
the client.
given his name yet. Oh, and I'm wondering if they're going to introduce the other. Oh man, I keep forgetting his name in the show.
Yeah.
Because they haven't shown him yet. But the Moff. He's supposed to be a Moff in the show. He's another Imperial remnant, and I'm wondering if he's going to be another client that's going after to destroy the Yoda or something. I'm not 100% sure on that one, but seems like he might be another Imperial remnant trying to gain power in this uncertain time of the Empire's fallen. So I think different factions of the Empire are trying to gain power over others to secure their reign in their area.
Yeah.
So I think he might show up in this one. I don't know.
So you think even the Empire's factioned out now?
Kinda. Yeah. I think that's kind of what's happening, at least on the outskirts and stuff like that.
Yeah,
because this is only 5 years after episode 6.
Yep.
And I thought the Battle of Jakku took place like 5 years after, which was basically the end of that was basically the end of the Empire.
For sure. Oh, okay.
So this could be very fresh still, end of Empire. It basically is pretty fresh. So I think there's still a lot of uncertainty. The New Republic is just beginning.
Yeah.
So they don't even have credits. It sounds like New Republic credits.
That's true.
I don't know. There's so many questions still, even in the Star Wars universe, that the movies haven't gone into. What is the credits? What is the governing factions?
The beginning of episode, or not the beginning, but halfway through episode 7, they destroy
everything.
The New Republic, all of their worlds.
So there's a lot to go into. Anyway, we could talk again.
We could talk for another hour and a half. But we wanted to keep this brief.
Yeah, as brief as possible as we can do.
We're excited for Chapter 3 on Friday, so we plan to release another video shortly after that. Yeah. So check out this channel. Thanks for watching all of our fan films in years past, for watching this new venture on this new show. And Nick, we'll hope to see you soon on the next. He should be back for the next episode. Yeah. And thanks for coming in tonight.
Yeah. And
other than that, thanks for watching.
Yeah, nice.
And
stay on target.
Stay on target. And subscribe and like.
Yeah, please like and subscribe. That really helps us out a bunch.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
And comment below. We want to know your thoughts. Let us know. It's fun. Then we can keep the conversation going.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Thanks, guys.
Yep.
We'll see you on the next video.
Yeah, stay on target.
Stay on target.
Loosen up.
Loosen up. They came from behind. Can't do it like Nick. But
no,
it's good.
All right.
All right. See you guys later. Bye-bye.
Nice. Now, how long did we go? It was still about 20 minutes.
I don't know. I'm like, what's that light? I was like,
what did it do it live?
It's a show about all things, but mostly Star Wars things. That's about 13, 14 minutes we started. And we ended at 31. 17 minutes. 16, 17, 18 minutes. It's just a quick episode, and then we talk for like an hour.
Yeah.